If you've ever wondered, can I grow an apple tree from seed? Well, the answer is yes, but there's the catch. If you plant an apple seed and expect the exact apple you ate to grow, you'll be disappointed. In this video, I'm going to compare two parts: growing apples from seed versus planting a real apple tree outside. Then I'll give you a clear path on how to plan for both. Let's make it simple. Growing apples from seed is cheap, fun, and a great learning project that can even produce a unique tree. But there's a catch: the fruit is unpredictable. It takes a long time, and many seedlings never produce great eating apples. You may also need to graft later to a known variety. On the other hand, planting a nursery tree, whether bare root or potted, gives you a known variety and rootstock. It produces fruit much faster and offers better odds of success. The trade-off is that, hey, it can cost you more and it requires you to choose the right one and protect the tree properly. Early March is typically the setup window, not because it's a perfect planting day everywhere, but because this is when most people win the season. This is when you plan your path, prepare your site or pot, and set up protections from cold swings and animals. If you choose to grow an apple tree from seed, the first thing to understand is apple seeds do not grow true to type. That means the seedling will be genetically different from the parent apple. So you should treat this as a rootstock experiment or a chance for a brand new variety, not a guaranteed outcome like a Honeycrisp. Apple seeds also need a cold period to germinate, which is called stratification. It's a simple method, which is to place the seeds in a slightly damp paper towel, seal them in a bag, refrigerate them, and check regularly for mold. Once the seed begins to crack and sprout, it's ready to plant. Plant the sprouted seed in a small pot with drainage using light potting mix. Keep it evenly moist, not soaked. Provide strong light since a sunny window is not enough to keep those seedling stretches. The light is too weak. During the first year, the goal is to build the root system and structure, not fruit. Protect the plant from late freezes and keep the watering consistent. Avoid over-fertilizing and begin gentle training so it grows straight. If you eventually want a reliable fruit, you will need to graft a known apple variety onto your seedling, which is how you turn a random seedling into a predictable fruit tree. If you choose the faster and more reliable path of planting an apple tree outside, start by selecting the right tree. A grafted tree gives you a known variety on a known rootstock. You should also consider chill hours for your region. When it gets cold, looking for disease resistance when possible, and determine whether you need a second variety nearby for pollination, since many apple trees require a partner. Bet you didn't know that. Next, you got to choose the right locations because they need full sun, well-draining soil, and good airflow. Avoid low spots where the cold air settles and areas get soggy soil. When planting a bare root, soak the roots briefly if they are dry. Dig a hole wide enough for the roots to spread naturally and avoid cramming them in a position that the tree so the grafting union stays above the soil line. Then backfill, water thoroughly. For potted trees, remove the container, loosen up any circling roots, and plant at the same depth. Water well. Mulching and protection are critical, and they often make a difference between success and failure. Apply the mulch in a donut shape around the tree, not a volcano up against the base. It protects the tree guard so that way you can get the sun's gold and you don't get rodent damage using a cage or fencing for deer if they're an issue. It's especially important for buds to begin to open. If you already have an apple tree planted in early March, or if you have started, the time to prune for airflow while the tree is still dormant. Remove dead wood, clean up old fruit and debris, prepare frost protection if the buds begin to swell early. The tree is already starting to grow. Go lighter with pruning. Avoid heavy dormant treatment. Choosing between those two paths come down to your goal. If you want a reliable fruit, you can start with a grafted tree. If you want a learning project, hey, you can start from seed and see where it happens. That's apple seeds versus planting an apple tree outside. Two paths, two timelines, very different outcomes. I hope you enjoy watching this video. I'm Phil Davis. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can watch more videos and learn while you watch. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.
People talk about land, self-sufficiency, and financial freedom, but no one says how. That's what Ancestry Lands is for. We explain it all while keeping it budget-friendly. Whether you have a backyard, a small budget, or just curiosity, you'll learn what actually works and what doesn't. You don't need to know everything, you just need a place to start. Because understanding land changes how you see money, security, and the future. If you're looking for clarity instead of noise, subscribe to Ancestry Lands, learn first and decide later.